We're live. Woo! Okay. Thanks for sticking with me here. Thanks for sticking with me. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We are sharing out the live. All right. Words. Today's words of affirmation are present, trust, compassion. I just use Dear Self affirmation card deck. It says it's a 52 card fill in the blank affirmation deck by Teresha Clark. Anybody who was looking for this, I got this off of IG, but I would say look up Teresha Clark, Dear Self affirmation card deck. I can't show it to that alone on TT. They be acting up. And yeah, that's where I got it from. I wanted to start doing some self affirmations. And once you say something out loud or in your head, the algorithm hears you. So I was able to, that popped up and I bought it. So our words for today is present, trust, compassion. Okay, Cece. Our words for today is present, trust, compassion. Yeah, it'd be hearing us. It'd be hearing our thoughts. Flavia, good morning. Uh, present. Staying mentally present is crucial for your emotional clarity. What happens tomorrow will happen tomorrow. That's true. Right now, I am blank, and there's nothing more important than pouring my entire focus into this. So I love this because staying present is something that's as I've gotten older. No. I'm gonna retract that. It's hard to do. Staying present is hard to do. I think that staying present is hard to do, and it's always been hard for me because growing up, I feel like I was keenly aware of the life that I wanted to live versus the life that kind of was happening. And that was in, multiple aspects, I'm going to say, because even I remember being a very little girl, maybe like 7. And like, when I grow up, I'm not going to be poor. And, kids who's younger, you don't really know that you're poor for real because my parents took really good care of me. I went to private school my whole life. I never, we never went without. But something let me know, like, I don't want to live like this forever. Like, I love my parents, but I don't want to live like this forever. And I don't want them, I don't even know why they living like, you know? So I always had a hard time living in the present because I was always thinking about how I'm going to better my life in the future. And I think that thank you for my gift, y'all. I think that, to be very honest, everybody's story isn't like this. I think that sometimes a lot of people are in my same situation and they find ways to come out of it, and I could say that they're a little further in that. Like, maybe I'm 40, so a lot of friends my age have moved away from where they grew up. They have bought a home or something close to that, and I'm still in the same building I grew up in, the building that I knew at 7 years old. Like, I'm not supposed to be here. And it's not because I want to stay here and I'm holding myself back. I just have to be on God's time. And I could afford to go get a nice apartment, but then I couldn't afford to go back to school. you know, I could move away in a place that's less money, but then I'll be further away from my aging parents. You know what I'm saying? From my aging father, and I can't see myself sacrificing that. It worked out the way it needed to work out. Um, yeah, Fire said I have a hard time with just being content. I'm always on to the next. Yep. So being present is really tough because I have a hard time being um being content because I always knew that I wanted more for my own self. Um but at the same time, I have to be present in order to grow through and grow past um I don't even know any other word to use other than depression. Because you will make yourself depressed. You will make yourself depressed. This is not like, oh, I'm sad because I can't help it. No, you will talk yourself into a depressive state if you are not saying to yourself, let me be in a funk. Yep. And the funk, and why I say depressed, because it'll start to be in a funk, and then it'll start affecting how you try and how you go after goals, because in your mind you've started talking yourself out of your ability to grow and get to the things because it takes longer than you think. It might take longer than you thought it was going to take, right? And I cannot say that I probably is there's a poster child for that life, that your life, everything in life that you want takes longer than you think. You think your time is running out in multiple spaces at the same time. That I am that face. Like, just put my face on that poster for real. Um, so I have to be intentionally present in the things that I'm doing, in the ways that I'm growing, or else I will put myself in the worst mental, emotional space, right? So being present is super important to me, because it helps me to stay focused. It helps me to stay resilient. It helps me to push forward in my life and make the decisions that seem like they may put you in like in a stalemate, but they actually are. Um, you know, y'all know the example. Have y'all ever heard somebody give an example of the bow and arrow? Um, it's a form of, yeah, it's a form of obedience. I'm sorry y'all. It's a form of obedience and gratitude to yeah, to what God has for me. It is a form of that. So there's a bow and arrow uh analogy. When you look at a bow and arrow, you think about how far the arrow goes, but you don't think about this motion in the bow and arrow first. This motion is um now y'all pray for me because I'm in school, okay? Okay. This motion creates the potential, okay? The potential of how far that arrow is going to propel, right? Once you decide, okay, there's life and there's something in life that I want, but right now I know I have to sacrifice my time, a little bit of my paycheck, a little bit of my one-on-one time with certain friends, family members, um, a little bit of my fun time with myself to do this thing. All of those things that you're saying that I'm sacrificing, I'm pulling back on. I'm making sure that I'm looking to the future, presently doing work that will get me to better. Is this? Is that potential energy. And once, right? So for me specifically, a graduation day happens, that arrow is going to hit, and it's going to hit further than I ever could. My life is going to propel in ways that is going to make up for all of the years that I had to pull back on that arrow. But if I don't stay present right now, when I know, hey, I got to finish my physics lab, hey, I got to go to school in the middle of the day and come back at night and finish doing my work, if I don't stay present during those things, during those sacrifices, I see a bunch of my friends going on live on TT. I see a bunch of those notifications. If I don't stay present, yesterday and Saturday, I was in front of my computer. I went to work out. I did a workout class at 9:30 in the morning on Saturday, and I have not been out the house since I got back home from that. Sitting at my computer, tutoring, learning, doing schoolwork, doing assignments that are due. Like, I'm still haven't been outside yet. The first time I'll be leaving my house is to go to class this afternoon. You know what I'm saying? So there are certain sacrifices that I have to stay present in and know what I'm doing them for, because I don't want to do that. I'm tired. And then yesterday we lost an hour. That's why I said it had hands and feet on me. So I shared that because I wanted to give a perspective of how important staying present is in my life. When you have these thoughts and you want to stay on, you have these goals, you have to gear your mind towards being present, right? So the affirmation is, right now I am blank, and there's nothing more important than pouring my entire focus into this. If you guys could put in the chat the answer to that, what right now I am blank, and there's nothing more important than pouring my entire focus into this. I'm gonna go back on the brother. This is not time for a battle. I'm battling. I got bigger fish to fry, brother. A New York City rent control apartment is real estate. Yeah, a New York City rent control apartment is real estate, but the problem with the New York City rent control apartments is that they don't maintain them, and it becomes a place where it's better to pay extra rent than to stay in a place where it's not maintained. When I tell you there's so much maintenance that I do by myself, it almost don't make it worth it. Now, do I have $3,000 to pay rent now? So I just gotta do the things I gotta do on my own. But everything we have in this moment, we have prayed for at one point. Yeah. Yep. Oh, thank you, Shanae. So true. Living in where you think you should be currently, instead of being present in the now. Yep. So right now I'm working on my content creation skills, and I'm pouring my attention into and being present in there, being present in there, in that, and being okay with the time it takes to build out the content, to build out your social media platform, to build out your thoughts and your vision. The visions that we have in our mind of what things are supposed to look like are so vivid that sometimes they're even more vivid than anything you've ever seen in your real life. You've never seen anything that clear, even in real life. So you have to know that it's going to take time to help convey it's going to take time for you to convey that vision to other people who can't see what you see. So be present and be patient in building those things. So let's say right now I am on my horse, I'm on my game, and there's nothing more important than pouring my entire focus into this. Yep. Yeah, tell me about it, Flavia. Getting out of debt is the focus right now, and having streams of income to do that. Oh, yep. Yep. Tell me about it. That is real. I'm in transition, content, working in grad school. See, I think I asked you before, but I don't think I ever seen. I don't think I saw your reply. What are you studying for? See, I was sad having to move back home, but it's been a blessing during this transition period. Child, let me tell you something. If there was a place, space, time, and an era that I could move back home with my family, pack this place up. We're going back home, buddies. What? Oh my goodness. The way I would not have to it'd be a Rappington. Because the way I would save money, the way I would build, mm, 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 mm. You move back to your home city to be closer to your family. Ash, where's your home city? Where's your home city? Um, yeah, yeah. Hmm. I would move back home in a split. Okay, so that's the first word, present. And thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing how you are being present. Oh, Ash, Cabana. Sorry. Cabana Muse. Cabana Muse, where's your home city? My bad. Pittsburgh? Oh, okay. That's far. That's far from everything. I don't got no car. I was about to say that's not that far. A little far. It's a little far. It's fine. And it's fine. Okay. Our first word was present. Our second word is trust. When I overthink situations, I'm not allowing myself to trust my intuition. Oh. These cards be low-key trying to read us down. I ain't gonna lie. You might come back. You might come back to New York City. Ain't nothing like it. Um, when we get our streams of income, we're gonna live wherever we want to live. And that's a fact. If we want to stay home, then that's fine. If we want to move, we're gonna do that. Yes, I knew GP was from Brooklyn. I just wasn't sure where you was originally from. Okay. Yes, Flavia. Okay, so trust. When I overthink situations, I'm not allowing myself to trust my intuition. I can learn to trust myself and my intuition by recalling every single time it was right. That's something that I definitely make sure I do. And sometimes I gotta talk myself off that ledge. Like, let me tell you something, because I be knowing. I don't know what. No, I know everybody has different gifts. People have different gifts from God. Mine is I be knowing the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. And you can make up a story and you can make it look like all those things. I seen it from the beginning. And sometimes I smelled it on you too. Literally. My intuition is different. Okay. So I know that's a gift from God. Cause I know everybody don't have that. Some people be like, I couldn't even tell you who's safe and who's not. Like, and I understand that. But me, okay. Um so my intuition was right when Shanae. Okay. My intuition was right when blank. I'm ready to trust myself more and listen to my intuition. When was the last time your intuition was right? Just give us a little roundabout time when your intuition was right. Every day. Every day. We got to remind ourselves that those gut feelings and our intuition, they be right. They be right about people. They be right about places. Lydia, good morning. Thanks for joining the live. They be right about okay, CC, no problem. They be right about people. They be right about places. They be right about certain decisions. at work, certain decisions, about Quinn was saying something this morning, and your intuition is going to tell you if something was really a message for you, because sometimes people be ready to tell you something about prayer and God told them to tell you, and sometimes you got to be like, that don't even match what God is telling me about myself, what God is doing, what God has me doing, or that it sit well with your spirit. That's your intuition telling you. You know what I'm saying? The more I read my Bible, the stronger my intuition gets. Yeah. The more I spend one-on-one time with myself and what God tells me to do. For me, I had a lot of years stint of just like reading. I read the Bible on my way to work, during my lunch break, on my way home. I had morning devotional when I woke up in the morning after I worked out. It was like just reading the Bible and books from like uh theological teachers and stuff like that. So dang, I gotta look at what that said. So my intuition, but also I just took time and was present. I was always I tried to stay present in the moment, and I have always in also I always been highly intuitive even as a child. Like my mom would be like, one thing about my mom called me Nina. My whole family calls me Nina. From when I'm younger. So my mom would be like, one thing about Nina, she gonna know if it's a bad person in the room. She gonna know if it's a good person in the room. My daughter always knows what's going on. So that's me as a little baby or whatever. Because my, my mother used to be like, people would try to touch me. I'd be like, not nice. Like, what do you mean they not nice? Something would happen. And she'd be like, oh, my daughter was telling me that person is not a nice person. So my intuition was right since I was born, baby. Since I was born. But my intuition, in all seriousness, my intuition was right or is right when I take the time to be present with what God tells me for my life. I never am off when I'm aligned with what God is telling me. So that's the answer for myself. Lord, when you do it for me, do it for those who looked out for me too. Amen. That's how that's what I feel like. That the last time my intuition was right was every day. I can't help it. That's something I can't help. There's other things that I wish I had a ability to do, but this I trust my intuition, and I still check in with God all the time, as much as I can, every day, all day. All right, and the third word. So first we had being present. We had right now you're present. How are you present in your own life? Second, we have trust, and what your intuition was right when. So you have to remember that you can trust yourself, you know. And the third word is compassion. I'm seeking more compassion for others because I want to be a safe space for them to share their authentic selves. Mm-hmm. Compassion requires vulnerability, so I must be discerning as well. I want to practice more patience where it's healthy for me to do so. Most of all, I want to practice more compassion toward myself, which means offering real forgiveness and tolerance for mistakes. Yeah. I want to feel more compassionate toward myself. And this is the affirmation here. The affirmation here is I want to feel more compassionate toward myself because blank. I want to feel more compassionate towards who because blank. All right. Flavia, you said you want to feel more compassionate towards yourself because you deserve grace, pretty much. Mm-hmm. Sound like me for real, for real. Um, I think I've been coming across this lesson over and over for the past, I'm gonna say now 3 weeks, so, where it's been more like it's kind of been a blinking light to me in the past 3 weeks. It's for the same thing, and I think that the other day I think I passed the test. I think I passed the test. First time I ain't passed it because you know, when I say my intuition tells me the truth, I be knowing the truth from the beginning, right? And so the truth was told, but there was a lot of other stuff in between. And instead of taking it personal, all I needed to do was have compassion for the person, have compassion for the thing, and let it be what it was. At first, I reacted, and it wasn't even a need to react because it ain't had nothing to do with me. I just need to get out the way. But it came back around that what was true was true. And at first, I was going to react. And I said, what are you doing? You learned the last time there's no reason to react. Show that person compassion and grace and say, you know, if this is what they want, this is what they have. And it's totally fine. I had to show my self compassion for doing it wrong the first time and give myself grace for doing it wrong the first time and almost doing it wrong the second time. But show the other person compassion so that I can do it right. You know? And even if it affected you, it still don't involve you. You don't have even if you got pulled into something, it still don't involve you. It have nothing to do with you unless you egged it on. It still don't involve you. So I want to feel more compassionate toward myself because, like Flavia said, I deserve. I need the grace. I'm not gonna say I deserve. I need grace. So I'm not gonna be so hard on myself when it comes to things, making the wrong decisions, reacting in the way that I would react, or becoming passive aggressive, because that turns into passive aggressiveness. Because it really don't have nothing to do with me. So there's no action needed. When there's action needed, there's no passiveness in it for me. So until I need to be active, hey, show some compassion to the situation and see all sides first. So yeah, that's why I want to feel more compassion. I want to feel more compassionate towards people, things that may seem like it's an offense to me. Really, it just really isn't. There's a lot of things that are just there's no way that could be an offense to me, even if it was meant for an offense to me. It's not. It really don't have nothing to do with me. It really don't have nothing to do with me. So and that's why I want to be more compassionate towards people, things, and whatever that look like they're offending me, because it really don't have nothing to do with me. That's how I feel about compassion. How y'all feeling about compassion? What are y'all working on? What are y'all going to work on this week when it comes to being more compassionate to yourself? And what are y'all going to work on this week when it comes to being more compassionate to others? What do y'all think is most important this week for y'all when it comes to that? I know we said for ourselves is because we need grace, whether we deserve it or not. Sometimes we be deserving to get our, we be deserving somebody to get Mr. Brown and whoop our tail because we acted up. But we need grace. So, but what about how are you going to be compassionate to someone else and why. It's important. Constantly being offended can get in the way of your blessing. Yeah, taking on those offenses, you're going to start doing things that's against love. That's not loving. That's not kind. That's not honest. That's not truthful. That's not real. That's not, you can't depend on that. That's not reliable. That's not any of those things. If you want to be offended all the time, if everything that somebody does offends you, then you're the problem. You're the problem. They can't breathe right. Even though, take y'all allergy medicine, okay? I said that last week. I need y'all to take y'all allergy medicine because y'all be waking up the whole house with y'all he and hard. Okay? Y'all be waking up the whole house with y'all he and hard. Take that allergy medicine, okay? Because that ain't right. I'm offended. I'm offended. But yeah, everything that somebody does doesn't need to be an offense to you. Okay? Good. I'm glad you're better this week, Flavia. You was in that house waking the people up, Flavia. You was in that house waking the people up last week, Hannah Heron. Blowing your nose so loud. That's what you was doing. It's important constantly being yes, I read that. Knowing people are battling their own that's the one, Flavia. Knowing people are battling their own demons and they act accordingly, don't take it personal. That's the one, Flavia. That's the one. Okay? Poking the bear and then getting mad when the bear swings is not it. Yeah, and you know what? And sometimes, coughing on everybody. Oh, Jesus, Flavia, no, friend. And that's the one where if you the bear, you know you the bear. And you know once you start to swing, your heads is going to roll. So why would you put yourself in a predicament to now be so aggressive that you the bully? Because if you the bear, you're going to be the bully. Once you get up, you're going to be the bully. Why would you put yourself in that position? Especially if you want to be a compassionate person. If you want to show compassion to yourself, you got to know how to show compassion to others too. If you want to show compassion to others, you got to know how to show compassion to yourself. You know, those go hand in hand. It's hard to show compassion to yourself, I think. If like I said from the beginning, Mindsy, good morning. Thanks for my daily heart me. If you're going back to the rest of the affirmations, if you're not going to stay present, if you are not going to trust your intuition, trust that you're safer with yourself than you think you are at times. Sometimes our anxiety tells us, I gotta react, I gotta do this, I can't let them play me, I can't let nobody see me get disrespected like this, because then everybody, you know, you the bear, and you know you knock all this over if just trust yourself. Yeah, I know that's and you know, New York people, that's how we be. You think you're gonna play me? No, you can't. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I missed it. Thank you. If you're the one poking but being offended when they recognize it and respond, and that's between them and God too. And I wish you. Okay, see, that was about to get New York. I had to stop myself. Let me tap my temple. Because why would I say I wish you? But that is not right. That is girl. Immediate. You see how fast it happens? Present. Because we just talking about this. Get yourself together. No, immediately. Immediately. Because I wish you would try to poke me and then get offended. And now I'm start rubbing it in like lotion. So see, this is why I have to stay present, because that's not what I'm trying to do. I am trying to be more compassionate. I am trying to be a more loving, honest, caring person. So I thank you. I do have to say to myself, Britt, good morning. I do have to say to myself, hey, this doesn't even deserve my attention like this. And I could still be loving and kind to this person the way that I ask God to gift me with those abilities. I could still be loving and kind to that person, even if their intention was to offend me, because that's between them and God. I can't mess up what's between me and God, because you are not connected. I still am connected to what God's is telling me and making me to be. So I have to stay on top of that. I have to stay on top of that, you know? So bad. Okay. So bad. So staying present. Our affirmations for this week, um, that's a fact. That's a fact. Our affirmations for this week are being present, trusting our intuition, and having compassion for ourselves and others. How are we this week? We are going to focus on, hey D. This week we are going to focus on being present despite how hard that might feel, how hard that might be, because we know the last time we did it this way, the last time we did it the right way, the last time we were present and we didn't look just too far into the future, too far back, the last time we did it that way, it worked out uh, exceedingly abundantly. And the way we're going to stay on track is to have compassion for others and ourselves this week. We're going to really take our time to say, even if the person is here trying to offend me, that really is not between me and them. That's between them and whatever they're battling. And I hope that there's some peace that can come to them. And if you could be part of that peace, you make sure you're a part of that peace. No matter what their intention is, you make sure that you say to that person, hey, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just telling you that I have a lot of love to give. And if there's something that you need from me, I'm here. I love you. God loves you. And I want the best for you. And I see something's going on, but you could talk to me about it. You know, even if you don't feel that way, make yourself if God is giving you that battle, if he's giving you that test, pass the test. It's about you and God. It's not about you and nobody else. It could be your kid acting crazy this week. You would do that. It could be somebody you don't know and they start, sending something your way. You could do that for them. No matter who the person is. It's about you passing that test that God gives you. So I hope this week goes perfect for us all. But even if it doesn't, because there's no such thing as perfect world here. Um, I hope we could take these affirmations with us to be present, to trust our intuition, and to stay in a compassionate space and area for ourselves and for others, no matter what's going on. Okay, friends? I love y'all. I'm going to get to work because I got to get to school and I got to get to work before I get to school and all of that stuff. And I hope your week goes great. Remember to hit me up in the Discord. Come join our Discord. If you're not part of our Discord, come join our Discord, the V.A.S.T community. The Discord link is in my bio. And y'all let me know how you were present, how you trusted your intuition, and how you were compassionate to yourself and others this week. Let me know how that went. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna tell y'all if I passed or failed the test. But I'm gonna keep on trying either way. All right. Remember to aspire big so that you can inspire bigger, and don't quit your daydream. That simply means there's something on your mind, heart, and spirit that God has given you to do here on earth. And because it's hard doesn't mean that you don't go for it. You go for it and you might fail at some things. Failing is just you working at it and perfecting that thing, getting better at that thing, so that when you get to the blessing, when you get to the end, you're prepared to handle it properly. And somebody's going to see you do that, and you're going to inspire them to do that thing that God sent them on earth to do too. So the most important part of it all, most important part of all of the journey that we're going on is that we don't quit. Love y'all. And I'll see y'all live on Wednesday, but I'm sure I'll see y'all on the internet in between that. I love y'all. Bye.